Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode. Today, we're going to be doing a tier list, as you can see here. But today, it's going to be something kind of unique for what we've done in the past with this channel and what type of games we've brought on. So, today, we're going to be doing a tier list of Supercell games. As you can see, these five below, all made by Supercell. There are kind of other games, but the other games in there are almost kind of like mini games. Some of them never made it past beta. Some of them aren't available worldwide, or in my country, or in my app store. And I haven't played them. I have played all five mainstream worldwide top hit, Supercell games. So that's why I thought this tier list would be fine for me, because any other game would just go in the haven't played category regardless. And these are the five games everybody thinks of and plays when it comes to Supercell almost exclusively. So yeah, I know we haven't done mobile games ever, or any Supercell related games or anything like that. It's almost exclusively been limited to PC gaming or just, games on PC. I know this is kind of a different flair. We've done tier lists in the past, but nothing for mobile gaming. But yeah, I do play mobile games. I wouldn't consider myself primarily a mobile gamer. I'm first and foremost a PC, gamer. Um, but I do play mobile games most days. Um, just because it's something fun, convenient, mobile, that you can access quick. Get on while you're doing this. You just want to waste time. You got some time to kill, or you're doing something else. You can just do this in the background. And yeah, I like Supercell. I like their games, and so I thought I'd give my 2 cents as far as tier rank or tier listing all of their five mainstream games. So yeah, let's get this rolling here. As you can see, you got the A through F. Haven't played. I have played all these games. I haven't played them all at the same hours. Obviously, some I played more than others. But I still think I've got a fairly current and good grasp on all the games, and my own opinion formed on all of them based off my playtime. So yeah, let's get rolling. We're just gonna go in order of the pictures labeled here. First, we got Boom Beach. Supercell is kind of like modern-esque warfare base builder, Clash of Clans type of thing. It's kind of hard to explain uh, in its own right. Um, I'm sure most of you have played Moon Beach or at least heard of it and seen gameplay. Basically, you build basically a coastal type of base as a home base in like this island, and basically you go out and you do raids on other islands, either NPC controlled and resource bases and stuff, or other player controlled islands. There's different events, different clans, which in this game I believe are called Task Force, maybe. If I remember, I haven't been in one in a while just because I don't play actively enough to be in one. Plus, not a whole bunch of people play that actively anymore to begin with. Um, yeah, as far as Boom Beach goes, I've enjoyed it. I've had my streaks of playing it very actively every day. And it's definitely been a popular game before. I think as of now, it's a fairly dead game. I'd say it's probably the most, if not the second most dead game on this list, based off of active players. Um, I don't know. Boom Beach just never really stuck with the whole crowd here. Um, it's an interesting concept. It's a unique setting. I just feel like Boom Beach, um, as far as how comparable it is to other games, just feels like more of a hassle and more of a grind than even something like other base building games like Clash of Clans or even Heyday. Um, I think the base building aspect and everything is cool. I think it's unique. I think it's a good concept, and I've enjoyed playing it. But I think it's probably my second to the bottom or second worst Supercell game. Not saying it's a bad game, just the second worst of the Supercell games, which is a high bar as far as mobile games go to beat, anyways. Yeah, it just never really stuck with me that much as some of their other games have. I think it's kind of easy to get burnt out of Boom Beach. There's not a ton going for it, and they don't support it that well either, because probably most people have left and stopped playing actively. Um, so I'm not a fan of that either currently. And yeah, Boom Beach just never really stuck. I feel like it's kind of a hassle. Getting it repetitive, more so than the other games, rather quickly. Outside of the base upgrading and raids, which is really all there is to do in this. There's not much extra stuff or events, or not as many at least as some of the other games. And yeah, I just feel like it's kind of a lightweight in the Supercell division of games, and I feel like in its own right, it's a solid game. And yeah, I just think it never really stuck, based off the fact that it was up against other heavyweight and amazing games that Supercell has produced. So for that reason, I'll give it a C. Um, Not the worst Supercell game that I've played, but probably almost the bottom of the list and not better than most of the games. Next, we got Clash of Clans, basically Supercell's flagship, or at least in my opinion, it's their flagship game now and always has been since its release, really. Um, this is one of the, I guess, three Supercell games that I play actively still. Um, I play this nearly every day. Uh, I still actively play this. I'm still in a clan that's active. I'm the leader of a clan, in fact. Little plug here. If any of you want to join my clan or are looking for a clan out there, I'll link it down below. Active War Clan, participate, donate, all that stuff if you want to join. But yeah, Clash of Clans I think is probably Supercell's best game. I'm going to put this up here in the A category, first spot. I think Clash of Clans is probably their best game. I think it's their most popular game. I don't know, I haven't looked at the numbers, but I just assume it would be. I just think it's always been their best, and most active, popular game that they've had for most of its lifespan, other than when Clash Royale was just released after Town Hall 11. But other than that point, I feel like it's always been rather popular and their flagship product. What to say about Clash of Clans that everyone doesn't already know or hasn't said 1,000 times? It's just you think it would get kind of repetitive and boring, um, especially towards the higher end ranges where you're stuck at a town hall for a while. The upgrades take a while, but there's always something so satisfying and cool about getting the progress of even your main base, just even not even including the two other bases that are in the game though. But like just progressing, upgrading, your buildings, your walls, getting new, buildings and walls, upgrading for town halls, trying to get max. It's always been something of a grind, but it's been an enjoyable grind that hasn't gotten stale or repetitive or hasn't really stopped much over the years. At least if you're not like a top end player or gymmer. On top of that, I think the whole base building aspect of the game was done best in this game compared to stuff like Heyday or Boom Beach. I really like the base design aspect of the game. I think the attacking and defending aspect of the game and the raids, whether that be just in multiplayer, um, across all three bases that are currently in the game, the attacking and defending, the base design, the strategy that goes into it as much as it can for a game like this. It's all rather compelling. It's kind of like an idle game. You don't have to constantly be playing and grinding it. You get on maybe a day, every other day, a couple times a day. You attack a couple times. You attack in war, attack online, get loot, upgrade stuff. It's kind of just a passive grind that's enjoyable, and it's easy to pick up, get into. It's easy to get back into, more so than some of the other games. And I think they've done more with this game as far as supporting it, as well as making extra events and activities for you to do so you don't get burnt out on the main thing, like adding new town halls every so often, revamping some of the systems, just minor quality of life changes with the clans, and all the aspects of that. releasing the builder base, a whole new type of base basically that you know I don't think it's incredibly fleshed out or anything, but it's a fun little mini game almost like a second base, a mini game where you're waiting for your army to train, or you just hopped on for some reason and you don't have an army to attack, or you just attacked, and you can run a couple games, a couple attacks with your builder base, get some wins, get some loot, upgrade something, progress. It's a fun little mini game, something to do when your main base has nothing for you to do. And then even now they have fleshed out clans more. They've got clan games. The clan wars and the clan war leagues have been more intricate as time has gone on throughout the game. And the most recent update that just recently dropped actually was Clan Capital, which is basically a third base that you share with your entire clan, and that you guys all pool in resources to upgrading and managing and raiding with on the weekends. So even more stuff to do with a clan and just in general as a player. Definitely adds more excitement and more events and aspects to the game and ways to play and things to do that you need in a game like this to not get burnt out or not get too repetitive. I think they've just done an amazing job with this game. I think it's their best game. I think it's their best product. And I think it's the most popular and well supported again. Next we got Clash Royale. Now Clash, I'm going to say, is also an A tier game, but below Clash of Clans. I think it's their second best game. So Clash Royale, on a base level, it's kind of just a live action card game. You form decks out of different troops and cards you get throughout the game, throughout progressing, that are based in this kind of like Clash universe. You get the cards, you make decks with them, you progress through the game, you win games, lose games, you up and down in arenas, try to make it to the top arena that you can. You join clans, support each other, donate and request cards. You do clan wars, which can give you resources, and cards, and gold and stuff. So you can do clan wars with them through that. There's different tournaments and stuff you can do outside of the ladder. Different random game modes you can do that throw some kind of twist into the normal ladder gameplay of Clash Royale. You obviously have to upgrade your cards in your deck over time. Something to grind for there, almost like a grind into a max town hall in Clash Royale. Basically, you gotta grind to that highest arena, that highest trophy count, that highest card level. Getting to the top of those tournaments and winning and getting the top prize, stuff like that. So I think they've done a good job supporting it. They've added new quality of life features over its lifespan. The balancing has at times been poor, as in has times, and at times have been good. There's always a meta, it's always evolving and everything. That's just kind of how those games work. I think it's a cool game. I think it's a cool concept. I love the live action card game where you see your troops battle out and everything in live action. I love the style of the game. It came out when I think Clash of Clans was kind of at its low, and at a point where Supercell and the whole Clash atmosphere was at its low, and it kind of saved the entire community, if that makes sense. It kind of gave people interest in Clash and Supercell again. It kind of saved a lot of YouTubers as well as starting a lot just in this subset of Clash Royale. Something new to go to. It was very refreshing when it came out. It was something new from Supercell in the Clash universe that you really liked and enjoyed. It's one of the 3 games, again, that I play actively. It's probably the second most played game by me, behind Clash of Clans. It's a great game. I think there's no reason not to play it. I will say the reason it is lower than Clash of Clans is I don't think it's as storied. I don't think it's as prone. I feel like you can get burnt out and frustrated, and just burnt out and get repetitive with Clash Royale a little more than you can with something like Clash of Clans. I feel like it's a lot easier to get frustrated with poor balancing or bad metas and really annoying cards that they add in sometimes. Also, There's really only one. I know they add some of the cool, wacky game modes and tournaments into the game, and this Clan Wars 2.0, which is, revamped the whole system, made it better. But at the core of the game, it's all kind of the same thing. You use similar decks of similar cards that you use over and over again. And if you play all the time, forever, um, it can be easy to get burnt out, more so than it can with Clash of Clans. I know it's not a very comparable game, but I feel like there's more aspects and more events and more stuff to do and more aspects to the game in something like Clash of Clans, where I can turn to my main base, my clan wars, clan games, clan capital, the third base, builder hall. This is the second base, basically. There's stuff to do always when you hop on that's new and refreshing, and maybe something I didn't do the last time I hopped on. That in Clash Royale isn't there to as much of an extent, but still a very good game. Play it actively. Really like this game. Definitely one of their best, products that they've ever released. Next we got Heyday. Personally, it's going in the D category for me. I think I don't know if it's. I don't want to say it's their worst game, but it's the game I had the least fun with, and it's the game I've played the least. Um, the thing is about Heyday is it's very different from everything Supercell has done, and it's just a very different niche and vibe to it that personally didn't really hook me that much. It's not a while I have an account for this game and have played it. It's not a game I play very actively at all anymore. Um, it just didn't really grasp me or hook me really. It's a very casual, relaxed, niche game, kind of subsetted towards just idly farming and trading and collecting resources and doing tests. I mean, there isn't that element of gameplay that I'm looking for that I find in other Supercell games. The strategy, the raids, the live events and stuff, the excitement. It's a very subset niche game, and for that subset, it has done very well. It was their first really popular product, I believe, unless Clash of Clans came out first. I can't remember. That really took off and kind of took Supercell with it, and it gets props for that. That's why it's not in the F category, even though I don't really care for this game. Yeah, this not a subset for me. I understand it's a popular game. I understand it's well liked. It's just not a game that really caught my attention and it held it for very long. It's just not my type of game. But I can see the appeal of the relaxed, casual game for people who don't want the strategy and raiding and fast-paced thinking and gameplay aspects of, say, a Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Boom Beach. So yeah, it's just a very different game. It's not for everybody. It's not for me, but it's definitely for some people. And I have to give it credit. It's very popular and it's very well liked and respected among the people for who it was designed and who like it. Who's in that niche. So there is some aspect of that game, and I do respect it for being one of the, I believe, the original Clash of Clans or Supercell product that really boosted them into relevance. Next is Brawl Stars. I'm gonna put this at a B. What can I say about Brawl Stars? Brawl Stars is a solid Supercell game. It's, I believe, their newest wide mainstream product that they've released. It's something very different. It's not set in the Clans universe. And it's like a multiplayer game. You play with a few other friends or random people. You play as these different characters, the different abilities and goals. It's one of the 3 games that I play actively in Supercell's games. Still, I think it's a very refreshing and unique Supercell game, but in a good way, and in a way that caught my attention and keeps my attention to this day. It's just interesting. There's a lot of stuff to do as far as heroes to play, game modes to play, and they keep supporting it as it's a new game, and I'm sure it'll evolve over time to continue doing that. That being said, I think the burnout of this game is substantially higher than, say, Clash Royale or Clash of Clans. I think the repetitiveness and the sameness of what you do, especially at the lower levels, is rather apparent. You can switch characters and switch out different abilities, but at the end of the day, you're playing the same few game modes with generally the same few characters or character. But it's always fun to hop on and experience something new and cool like that and play a new type of, Supercell game. The multiplayer live action, controlling your character type of game. And it's fun. I think it's a cool little game. I think it's pretty unique. I think the concepts and the characters are fun to use and unique. Personally, I use Barley, I believe his name is. The guy who chucks like area of effect fireballs at people, which is cool. But yeah, it's a cool little game. I like it. I think it's not a game that you can play constantly and not get burnt out like something like Clans. It's maybe needs a little more fleshing out, but it's good for what it is, and I'm sure it will continue to be improved upon and good. I think they made a decent product with this new release here, Brawl Stars, relatively speaking, new at least. I think it's just a solid game all around. I don't think it blew anything out of the park or anything, but it's a solid, popular, new, refreshing type of game. And I think it's pretty solid. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the Supercell games and the tier making of them, I guess. Sorry for kind of rambling on about some of the games. I just wanted to kind of hammer my points across, I guess. And yeah, that's my Supercell mainstream, top 5 game tier list right there, I guess. Clash of Clans all the way down to Heyday. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below what you think about these games, what your tier list is concerning these games, what you thought about my opinions, what your own opinions are. Comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.